Welcome back to Unpaid Film Critic. Last night at 7:05 at Century Cinema 16 in House 16 C4C. I watched a masterpiece of a film. It's about a kid growing up, being in film, and as you can see, what I'm wearing is my scouting uniform. This kid was a Boy Scout. He was in a troop, which is a brotherhood and a sisterhood. And it really connected with me because this film is this character is one of the first characters in any TV show or film that I've ever seen, that I've really embodied, that I kind of see myself as I get older. Because throughout the film, you see him, all you see is him having life, which is the heart merit badge. And then later in the film, he mentions he gets eagle, which is a really big deal in my opinion. A really big deal because I'm also an eagle. Yes. I really attached myself to this film because it's about scouting. It's about a kid going through scouting, and I really appreciate the level of detail they showed the uniforms in. I'm really glad that the film journey for me. I laughed, I cried. I mean, this film is so well done and so great. It's only an hour, it's only 2 hours and 30 minutes of my life that I want to repeat. It was the best hour and 2 hours and 30 minutes of my life that I will never get back. No matter if I watch it the second time, it won't be as great. The first time, I didn't know what was going to happen. And it was so intense. I was on the edge of my seat. It is so well done because it is great. It shows this kid's dream of filmmaking, and everyone telling him, you can't do it, it's just a hobby. Okay, well, if it's a hobby he's enjoying, he can get a job in it. I mean, it really shows that you never give up on your dream no matter what everyone says. This is about never giving up on what you love. And he loves film. I know it's about Steven Spielberg, but this film is just so great. It's called Fabelmans, and it's the best film I've seen in a long while. Like, I haven't stayed up thinking about a film and started to write film ideas for other films because of this film. This film made me want to write a movie. It inspired me to write a script, which I'm starting to do right now. It's in the phases of me writing out Act 1, but going back to the film, as you can see, I got my eagle. Well, I got my eagle in 2001, but the ceremony happened in 2002. Why am I talking about scouting? Well, it's because this film shows scouting, shows the connective tissue of what scouting is, shows that every scout appreciates each other. All of his friends were in scouting. One of my closest friends, some of my closest friends who I connect with, went through scouting. I miss scouting. I mean, as you can see on my Instagram, I post images of me enjoying scouting. Yeah, I post memes of scouting. Yeah, I know. I love scouting. Troop 116. I know I just had to shout out my own troop. But this film is so great because it talks about this. It talks about this guy's journey from being a kid to being first year of college, which is where I am. It ends my age. Like 19 or 20. It's probably 19 or 20 when the film ends. That was just interesting how it ends an age where I am. And I just connected with the character, and I couldn't look away. I was always looking at the screen. My eyes were glued to the screen. I clapped and cheered when it was done. And I've done that before, But this one, I felt like it was Christmas. Like I had energy. Like I wanted to write a film. Like I wanted to write and film a film. I really enjoyed this film, and I really think you guys should see it in theaters. Please see it. It's really good. It's really well directed, really well acted. I mean, the cinematography was great. Watching a kid film and edit was just so enticing. Watching him look at every frame was like watching someone paint. For me, this was like watching an artist painting throughout their childhood and into early adult, but with film. I would love to see a sequel where he is older and going through actual film and actually making actual films. But I'm glad that this film came out when it did. Hopefully it gets Oscar noms. It most definitely will, but hopefully it gets some in cinematography, because it's the best looking film I've seen and the best acted film I've seen. I mean for me, this film was just so enticing. Truly was. I mean, no film I've ever seen encapsulated the scouting ethos of be prepared, do good, turn daily. I mean, I haven't seen some kid embody the scout law and the scout oath like he did. He was all trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, dutiful, brave, clean, and reverent. I mean, he embodied scouting. He was all like me. I didn't get scouting. I got Eagle. I didn't get swimming. No, I did biking and hiking. He probably did something like that as well. I mean, watching them get awards, they were so realistic. They had the paper backing of the merit badge. They had the badges. They actually had badges. And the uniforms were so correct. I could spot what rank they were based on what they wore and how they wore it. I loved it. The cinematography was amazing. The cinematography of the scoutings. I know I'm focused on the scouting part, but that was one of my favorite parts of the film, was watching him going through scouting. I mean, this is a cinematic masterpiece on how it's filmed and how it shows scouting. And I hopefully more films show how scouting is and what scouting represents, which is a community, a family, a brotherhood and a sisterhood that I believe will never die. That was my favorite part of the film. I waited so long to watch it. I did, because I was so busy with school and stuff, but I wanted to see it in cinemas, and I finally did last night at 7:05. I even had so great that I even posted a ticket this morning and wrote an Instagram message on it saying that I'm working on a film. I'm working on this review because it's so heart-rending. I am tearing up while reading this review, reading everything. It's just so enticing. This film is basically life itself. I mean, I've never seen a film where I wanted to talk for years and years about it, and I could talk about it. This review is more emotional because it's all about this kid's life, and this kid's life. Some of it I don't connect with, some of it I do. Some sliver of it. How he loves film and how he loves watching and then making film. For me, it's just watching film and being in scouting, but for him, it's making the film as well. I always want to make a film, but it's super hard to make a film because it's not hard. You just gotta do it. It's a lot like paint. I know I'm rambling, but sorry if it goes on for so long, but this was just so good. I highly recommend it. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Please subscribe, like, share, comment on this video. My next review will be No Time to Die, the last Daniel Craig Bond film. I had to take a break from watching the Bond films just because I managed to see this masterpiece that I just was talking about. I just had to see how it was made. How it was scripted, and the way it made was just a piece of art. But please, after that film, there will be one series I will be reviewing next after the Bond series. And let's just say, he's the man you killed to kill the boogeyman. Because of that reference, you know what film series is next. One more thing. I'd like to thank Scouting for inspiring me to be a great leader. Scouting's really been a really big, impactful thing in my life. I know it gets a bad rap because of all the allegations, but please. Get this message. Know that Scouting is great. Be prepared.